You lose control for a few seconds, and people see you differently forever. One emotional reaction can undo years of respect. That's why stoic people train one skill above everything else: control. Not suppressing emotions, not pretending to be calm, but mastering what happens in the moment it matters most. Because here's the truth most people ignore. Your emotions are not the problem. Your reaction to them is. Anyone can stay calm when things are easy, but real power is staying in control when everything inside you wants to react. Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about being in command of yourself. And it starts with one simple shift. You stop reacting instantly. Most people react fast. They speak when they feel attacked. They defend when they feel judged. They argue when they feel misunderstood. And every time they do that, they give away control. Because the moment you react emotionally, you're no longer deciding. You're responding automatically. And automatic behavior is predictable. And predictable people are easy to control. Stoic people understand something different. The space between stimulus and response is where your power lives. So they pause, even if it's just for a second. Because that second is the difference between reacting and choosing. Rule number 1. Delay your reaction. Not forever, just long enough to think clearly. Because clarity disappears the moment emotion takes over. Rule number 2. Control your face. Most people think control is about words. It's not. Your face speaks first. A raised eyebrow, a tense jaw, an eye roll. These small signals tell people exactly how to affect you. Stoic individuals train themselves to remain unreadable. Calm eyes, relaxed posture, no unnecessary reactions. Because when people can't read you, they can't control you. Rule number 3. Never explain yourself in an emotional state. When you feel the need to justify everything, you're not being clear, you're being defensive. And defensiveness lowers your position instantly. Powerful people don't rush to explain. They wait. They choose their words carefully, or sometimes they say nothing at all. Which brings us to Rule 4. Use silence strategically. Silence is uncomfortable for most people. That's why they rush to fill it. But stoic people don't fear silence. They use it. Silence gives you time. It creates pressure. It makes others reveal more than they should. And in many situations, silence says more than words ever could. Rule number 5. Detach from the need to win. Most arguments aren't about truth. They're about ego. The need to be right, to prove a point, to dominate the conversation. But the more you try to win, the more emotional you become. And the more emotional you become, the more control you lose. Stoic people don't fight every battle. They choose. Because sometimes the strongest move is to not engage at all. And here's what changes when you start applying this. People stop provoking you because you don't react. People start respecting you because you don't need validation. And most importantly, you start trusting yourself. Because you're no longer controlled by every emotion that appears. You decide. You choose. You stay in control. And that is what real emotional strength looks like.